What is next? The interrupted weekend at the doctor's salon. This is full of people, and once again, someone's dead. I guess that's just what happens. What do we have? Yeah, we're gonna have to do people, we're gonna have to do sentences, and some other things. This guy, oh lord, I did not expect something like this in our household. He's got slightly grassy garden shears, okay? He's been cutting grass. This is such a mess, however, we will clean the blood out of the rag. He's looking a bit like, what's up with his eyes? We've seen this guy before, I think. Leopold, your plan to frame 2 is sublime, but your missing button is more than enough proof that you did it. Constable, please escort this man out. Okay, he's got the ring, so he's with the order. The clean doctor's scalpel. Oh, is he... Oh, wait. I have solved this thing, but I never named those guys. I was like, oh, it's the same guy, but I don't have his name. Well, now backwards then, because he has a scalpel in that other thing, and one of them is supposed to be a general. Alistair Corr is supposed to be a general, and the other guy, I guess, might be a doctor, because it was on a list somewhere. Yes, Dr. James Turner. So this guy might be Dr. James Turner. And that would make this other guy Alistair Corr. Yeah, there we go. Now I've done it. I didn't realize it would pop out the end screen even if I didn't fill in all of the additional things. So I guess it's like, as long as you fill in the sentence, you're done. But yes, I've actually didn't fill the names. So we don't know that this guy is James Turner, the doctor from the other scene. James, this is preposterous. You know damn well that he was killed by that Lemurian savage. Okay, so he's missing a button, so that's the guy that's James is talking to. Dear friend, now that the elections are over, please join me for a leisurely weekend at my manor with good old Augustus and some other fine fellows. We will have some drinks and discuss what to do about that prime minister position. Kindly confirm your presence, Dr. James Turner. Okay, so is this the James Turner's house? I can't collect his name? Don't I need to name him? Okay, I do, but I couldn't collect his name from that letter. Interesting. We've got this guy, that's Alistair Corr, then that's from the other one. This is outrageous. I thought you were an honorable man, Leopold, not some Aquitian agent trying to sabotage our friendly relations with Lemuria and provoke a conflict. Okay, he's also in the Brotherhood. He stole his life just like that. The doctor is a smart man since he saw through his lies. Okay, this guy's new. Dear friend, at one of the balls you said that you would love to meet someone actually interesting. I am having a weekend of drinks at my manor and a prince from an 11th clan of Lemuria will be joining us. Please do us the honor of your company too. Kindly confirm your presence, Dr. James Turner. He's inviting a bunch of people. I hope the host did not notice me when he was leaning over the sleeping eye-patch gentleman. Okay, is he doing something sassy? He's got brown stone slate seal, spicy smelling ornamental box. Dear Prince, I heard that you got invited to a party by the director of Seven Seas Company himself. I know you hate associating with these invaders and thieves, but this might be just the opportunity that we seek to reclaim our honor. And he's got a Lemurian war club. Okay, so it's like some other country that they've been invading, exploiting, something like that. Because yeah, they're saying Lemurian savage, so that's the Lemurian guy. Oh god, believe me, my lord, I do not feel comfortable arresting a prime ministerial candidate, but I must ask you to follow me. Okay, so he's like the guard constable, Arthur Faulkner. Oh, and he's got testimonies. Okay, but can we say that he's Arthur Faulkner, the constable, so we don't get confused later? Okay, location of its suspect when the body was found. Oh my, that is now happening. Okay, let's look at the body. He's got huge vertical wound on his forehead. Okay, so he got stabbed. Listen, apologies for the shouting match yesterday. Let's continue our discussion at noon, Leo. So Leopold, dear friend, the elections are over, so let's uphold tradition and have a leisurely weekend at my place with you and Leopold to discuss the prime minister situation. Please join us on May 12th. Kindly confirm your presence, Dr. James Turner. Okay, so they're competing on who's gonna be the Prime Minister. Psychoactive plants, drugged symptoms, spot the onion, and illusion of unity with the universe, increased appetite, hiccups. Black poppy, sleepiness, whites of eyes get a pink tint. Oh, that's what we kind of seen with other people, right? They had like pink eyes. This guy is, yeah, it looks like he's having a bit of a thing, so is this guy. And yeah, he said, I hope host didn't notice me when I was leaning over the sleeping eye-patch gentleman. So like him. Lemurian lichen, hyper concentration on one thing, loss of perception of time, rapid blinking. And red berry, surge of energy, vocalization of all your thoughts, twitching aggression. Okay, so some of them may have been dragged with the black poppy. The seals of the 12 Lemurian clans. Okay, so they've like stolen them. Like they invaded the lands and stolen the Lemurian stuff. And then there's a thing missing here, but it's not this thing. Like the shape doesn't seem to match. But yes, he's got one of the seals, so it's like, did he just take one because he was like, yes, this invaders and thieves, but this might be the opportunity we seek to reclaim our honor. So he's like, he takes the seal of his clan. But there's also this letter I missed. Dear Prince, as you know, I am a great aficionado of Lemurian culture. It would be my pleasure to invite a member of the Patur clan to spend a leisurely weekend on my estate with some of our own political dignitaries. Kindly confirm your presence via James Turner. So that's him being invited. More on the body. Okay, so he has something in his hand. Is that... Okay, it's one of the buttons then. So he has the button, and that's why they're saying like, oh, that's what you did. Oh, and that's the boomerang from here. So they're implying that he got hit on the head with the Lemurian boomerangs. Although, maybe not, because, oh, okay, so here's the staff thing, and he's holding the staff. That's like the Lemurian war club. But those other weapons might be from different places, because like this blade, I think the woman who was like doing business in India or something, she had one of those, so he might just be collecting it from different places. Okay, so we can leave through the door. And we have different places outside. So there's like a place outside with tea, place outside with a chess game, bench with a newspaper. So we have who will be the new Prime Minister, election results, New Order Party 56, Moderate 32, Loyals 29. The New Order Party have the most MPs, but it's clear that the two old parties will form a coalition. This means either Loyalist leader Blanchard or Moderate leader Valentine will become the Prime Minister, leaving Lazarus Crest and his party in the opposition. Okay, so Lazarus, who was just like getting into the order and then becoming the Griffin Reborn, whatever that means, he's also a leader of a political party now. Like, what is happening in this game? But so even though they got the most MPs, that's not the majority, so the other two parties are basically getting together to leave them out of the government. So I assume this whole weekend when they're talking about the Prime Minister position is them sorting it out between themselves, right? It was like, we have two parties and two leaders, and who's going to be the Prime Minister then? And then they do a murder, because why not? So that's what we learned from that. More bushes. There's a window and a door. Okay, so this lets us go back inside. And this also lets us go back inside. There's also this. Okay, so that's the map. So we have the tea house, the chess house, croquet field, flower beds, library, saloon, flower beds, fountain. That's the various locations, which I think was one of the, where was everyone when this was happening. We don't have a lot of names to place, because like the name for the doctor was in a lot of places, not like letters, but it won't let us collect it. So it's like we're in the salon now, and there's the library on the other side, and that's it. That's the whole house. Like, where's the rest of the house? Okay, so, well, I guess we have everyone's testimonies. So with Leopold, it claims that he had a glass of sherry with James in the library and became drowsy as he was falling asleep, saw the Lemurian observing him through the glass door. Woke up, found the butler on the floor asleep. Woke up the butler, entered the salon and found the body. Upon inspecting the weapon, deduced that the Lemurian was the murderer. Instructed the butler to raise the alarm. So that's this guy, right? He's Leopold, because he's saying, Leopold, you try to climb to didn't work. So this guy is Leopold. And this guy is Petudan, because he's the Lemurian. Then we have Gideon, claims that play croquet with Ergin in the morning. They got bored and went to drink a tea in the tea house. Ergin drew his attention to the interesting design of the chess house. So Lord Alistair Cole lectured the butler. So Master Turner came to the chess house and sent the butler away, just as Ergin was remarking on the beauty of the chess house. So Lord Alistair left the chess house and returned shortly afterwards. Okay, I don't know who Gideon is though, so it doesn't help. Ergin, slightly difficult to understand what he says, potentially because he has challenges with our language. Claims that everything young Master Bell says is absolutely correct. Okay, so Ergin might be true then. He would be the only one that has challenges with the language. James. That's James Turner, right? The doctor. He drank a glass of sour sherry with Blanchard in the library in the morning. Then he went to the chess house where he found Lord Alistair and the butler. Ordered the butler to clean up the library and get rid of the bad sherry. Spent the rest of the time playing chess with Alistair until the alarm was raised. And B, as the master of the house, he led the interrogation of the suspects. So we can put in James Turner, the doctor. Alistair, in the morning he practiced chess at the chess house and educated the butler on his lack of military training. Sometime in the afternoon, Dr. Turner arrived and sent the butler away. Then they played together and he was very close to winning when the alarm was raised. Okay, so Alistair Koch is the army guy from the previous thing as well. So him. Then we have Billiam, claims that planted and Pearl are mourning by the chrysanthemum bush, so the young gentleman and the foreigner leave the croquet and go behind the manor, and they have to move to the rose bush. From there, so Lord Augustus leave the fountain at around noon, continued his work on the roses until the alarm was raised with Mr. Hill. Like, people are referred to with their first and names or surnames at different times, so we won't have to put it all together. But that means Billiam is the gardener, right? Because he's planting and pruning, which I assume is this guy because he's got like shears and stuff. So he's something Billiam. And then we still have Podrick. Served Lord Alistair in the chess house in the morning. His master arrived and instructed him to dispose of the spoiled sherry that he and Lord Leopold had drunk and then go to assist Mr. Spade in the garden. On entering the library to take away the glasses, found Lord Leopold asleep. Suddenly was overcome by dizziness and fainted due to his weak heart. Was woken by Lord Leopold and instructed to raise the alarm, then saw the deceased lying in the slot. Okay, so this is... Podrick is the butler because everyone was talking about the butler going to the chess house. Is this the butler then? Because he's like, has this rag on his arm like for cleaning and stuff. And he's talking about cleaning. So Podrick here, the butler. Okay, we need to link some more names. Any names on this? Not really. Yeah, he's just like dear friend. He doesn't name them in any other way. Like he doesn't address them by name in those letters. Okay, but that means... Yeah, we have drunk sherry and a full glass of sherry and then almost empty, so that's what they were drinking. And there's a spilled bowl of sherry. Okay, so I assume from this we need to work out everyone's name. So he had a glass of sherry with James in the library. James Turner, the doctor. So that's Leopold, who's currently being accused of doing this. But does that mean it's his last name? And not because like here I think this is everyone's last names, not everyone's first names. Though he also, I mean obviously he could be calling him by his last name too. Okay, if we say this guy's name is Petu Ergin, and this guy came here specifically to talk to the Lemurian guy because that's what interests him. So we're saying they were hanging out together. So the Lemurian guy says everything Master Bell says is correct. So that gets this guy's last name is Bell, and then it's Gideon who says he's like hanging out with Ergin and doing things. They go to the tea house, talk about the chess house. So his name is Gideon Bell. Now what we also know is a couple of names we have from this, right? So there is Blanchard and Valentine, and there's like pictures of them. That's sort of, obviously this is the guy with the eye patch and this is the dead guy. So moderately they're Valentine. So the guy that's dead is called Valentine and the guy with the eye patch is called Blanchard. So he's Blanchard Leopold? No, that makes no sense. Like, Leopold Blanchard makes more sense. But that means in the testimonies, they are not consistent on first and last names. I don't know. And yeah, then this guy, the dead guy's name is Valentine. Because yeah, like Alistair, that sounds like a first name as well. And then Leopold. Or maybe those are all first names. I don't know why I think it was all last names. So I may have some of it. But then Gideon Bell, like Gideon is a first name, not Bell. And we know Alistair Caw is, that's his name. I mean, his name could be either way. Because yeah, we have Augustus, which could be first or last name. Spade and Hill, that sound like last names to me. So maybe William and Podrick, those are also first name. Like, they're assigned to the right place, or just not correctly. But then let's leave us with, this is Augustus. And then I think in here, there's talk about the butler going to the chess house. They set the butler away. Is there area where they refer to him in another name? The alarm was raised by Mr. Hill, so that was the butler. So the gardener saying that the butler's name is Hill. And that leaves this guy to be Spade. Okay, something is incorrect. Okay, yes, so those was first name, last name, reversed on the arrogant too. Because I got confused what was first name, what was last name between the different usages. So we know that Augustus Valentine is the victim. And then the boomerang is the murder weapon, right? Because it's like lying on the floor and he got poked in the head with it, I guess. The body was found by... what does it say? Yeah, the... Leopold claims he's seen the body. Leopold Blanchard is what he was murdered in, was this the salon? Assuming he wasn't dragged here. Yes, that's all correct. And location of each suspect when the body was found. Okay, here they're not named because obviously they didn't want to give you hints, so it's like just by their things. So Leopold, well, he found the body, right? So he would have had to be in the salon to find it. And he's the loyalist. Where did they say they were? The gardener was at the roses. Yeah, flower beds, I guess. The butler, yeah, he went to the library and he fainted, he says. Okay, so the butler was in the library, fainted for some reason. Where are the other people? James, the doctor. Okay, so he says he was playing chess. So he was in the chess house. And he was playing chess with Alistair. So Alistair is the general. Okay, so the general was also in the chess house. And the young man and the prince, because that's that guy, like the Lemurian guy, right? They said they were in the tea house. So that's where everyone was. And then the sentence is, in the early morning someone done something in the something, and something else was done as something. Meanwhile in the something, someone, and blah blah blah. In the something at around noon, someone done something, and the something. Oh my god! I'm trying even to work out what the sentence I'm trying to put together is, because it's like there's not enough words around it for me to understand what the meaning is. Like what sort of piece of information are you trying to get from me? So like stole, provoked, planted, killed, framed, dragged. So early in the morning something happened. So someone, a person, this is a verb, right? So one of those things. Someone else in a place. And some verb, a item. Meanwhile, in the place, someone does something to someone. Like it has to be person X killed person B, right? And then done something. A Lemurian something from the someplace in a place at around noon. Someone does something to someone again. So like again, killed, framed, dragged, and something to. There's clearly things happening. Like there were people in the library drinking some sherry, and then they fell asleep, and now they have pink eyes. So I think they were dragged, right? They were like it was spiked, and they fall asleep from it. Then something, and then someone is killed. So yeah, the Leopold the guy who's being accused, right? He drinks the sherry because there's one that's not drunk and one that's drunk. So he drinks it, he gets sleepy and falls asleep. But he's drinking with James Turner, the doctor and the owner of the house. So James Turner doesn't drink it because he leaves and he goes to like the chess house and whatever. So he just leaves the guy to sleep. But then the butler comes, like the butler is then found sleeping on the floor. So I'm like, was the butler, because if we look at him, his eyes are also pink, right? So he has pink eyes, he's got pink eyes. So is the butler like, drinking the master's booze on the side and that's why he passes out? But then is James Turner aware that the sherry's spiked and that's why he doesn't drink it? So he spikes the other guy on purpose? Is that like his plan? He invites all of those people to do some sort of thing, kill one of them, frame another one, something. Is this more like Brotherhood nonsense? Because he's in the Brotherhood, we know that already, he was there. But those guys... Okay, he's in the Brotherhood too. He's not. And he's not. And this guy who's dead and this guy who's dead are the two guys that are supposed to be like the candidates to be prime minister. So one of them is now dead and the other one is being accused of the murder, which obviously, like, if they're competing to be prime minister, could get deadly. But yeah, is this some sort of scheming? Like, because yes, why does James Turner go with him to the library to drink the shade, but then he doesn't drink it and then it turns out the sherry's spiked? So could it be early in the morning James Turner drugged Leopold Blanchard in the library and something. Meanwhile someone does something, because that happens in the morning, right? I guess it doesn't specify. Okay, here says that they drank the glass of sherry in the morning. So that's what happens in the morning. But what else did he do? He did another thing to an object. Meanwhile, so okay, in the morning something else happened. And something at around noon, something, and they want him to... So, what happens? So as he was falling asleep, he saw the Lemurian observing through the glass door. Does he mean through here or through this? Like the door from outside? Like, is that a door or is this just like an open thing? Like, I would think this is the glass door, it goes to the garden. And it says that the Lemurian, he was with the blue-haired guy in the playing croquet, right? Which is just outside the library, so that would make more sense. So that aligns with them being dead. But this sentence is not about them playing outside, because we have stole, provoked, planted, killed, framed. Because we have the thing where it's like, he's got this seal, right, on him, which matches those seals here. So it's like, it may make sense that he stole one. So someone stole a Lemurian seal from the library. I have to remember like that, yes, the words that are in the fill down section, they're still valid, right? Because in theory there's the boomerang, but I'm not sure if it's Lemurian. I'm not sure it specifies. Right, you just get to see it, but it doesn't say it's Lemurian, and I'm not sure those are all Lemurian artifacts. I mean, I associated this before with like India, because the woman that had all the colony things, like she was speaking words that I've looked up and that said it was Hindi, and like some of the things looked like they may have been Indian, but I don't know, maybe they are using Lemuria as a substitute for that, or is it some sort of old word for that? Yeah, apparently it's some sort of mythological proposed continent that was supposed to be in the Indian Ocean, Lemuria, and some other things. So not a real place and not India, but near it. So if you're going to use it for a fictional game, you could give it similar things as India, so like use similar language or something. So that might be the association, and those are all Lemurian artifacts then. Like, I'm not sure how far am I supposed to just draw conclusions from things being next to each other, and how far things are supposed to be like spelled out in the information you read. Because yeah, it's like, if this guy was passed out, right? And he's telling the truth that he was clearly drugged, like the eyes are red and everything, and the butler was also passed out. If this guy was passed out, they are framing him, right? He's like, oh, your plan to rape too is sublime, but your missing butler is more than enough proof that you did it. Is this a plot to frame him, and actually he's not the one that did the killings? Like, they're just it was actually this guy that did the killing because he wanted his stuff, like the stuff over his clan, but then fortunately for him also this whole thing went down. So we could say, meanwhile in the library, Ergin Petu killed Augustus Valentine and stole everybody of steel from the library. Could that be it? But then what happens? In somewhere at around noon, someone does something to someone, and maybe not. Like, he may have stolen it, but here in the library at around noon, someone killed Augustus Valentine and planted the button. No. I think this goes here because it's on him. So whoever is named here. So this, what I wanted to say is that to frame Leopold Blanchard, because he's getting done for the murder. So someone what? And also he didn't steal it from the library, right? He stole it from the salon. But why would he kill Valentine? Like, why would this guy kill Valentine for the steal? Like, he's not the person from the house. If he drugged this guy, he could have stolen his button, right? Because the button's missing from this guy and is planted on this guy. Yes, okay, so this one will be saying someone killed Augustus Valentine, yes, and planted the button on him to frame Leopold Blanchard, because yes, the button is coming from Leopold and is planted on Valentine, not the other way around. So someone who killed Augustus Valentine? James Turner, because I mean, if he's the one dragging Leopold and then taking his button, then it makes sense that he's already planning to do the murder and then frame someone for it. So it's just what's happening here. So meanwhile in the saloon, but it's like someone does something. Someone does something to someone, because we have provoke left. But who would be provoking? Because he's supposed to be hanging out with this guy, right? Did he like drag the butler? No, that makes no sense. Because I'm like, oh, but then the butler is asleep. Like, did he like give the butler the sherry because he saw the other guy fall asleep? And then stole us the thing, but no. Like, I'm sort of assuming this is correct. And this is like James Turner is doing some weird business here, killing one guy by framing the other. But I'm just not sure what's happening here. Oh wait, this is not the library. This is happening in the saloon. But that's still, like, the death is in the saloon, but that's still not correct. What is happening here? Because the boomerang is removed, like the club is here. He has his own club on him, but he takes a seal. There is a note in the testimony saying that someone was very close to winning the chess game, which I'm like, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to ascertain that that's true or not. And I know the basics of chess in terms of, like, you know, what the pieces are and how you play chess, but I don't like study all of the moves and what would be like close to winning or whatever. So I'm not sure I can ascertain, like, were they close to winning or they're lying about it. I have no idea. 2 cups of spicy smelling tea, 1 almost empty, the other untouched. We're going back to something this game likes to use a bunch, because we already seen it at the dinner and we've seen it just now in the library, where they introduce 2 vessels for drinking, right? And one is full and one is empty. And it was the same with the dinner thing, where one person was poisoned and one person had the same drink but wasn't poisoned. And in this case, drugs, where they show you that yes, one is drunk from in water. Not that it's, just partially drunk. They're just saying yes, it's untouched, it's full, right? So are we saying there was also some drugging happening here? This is where those 2 were. right? Why? I thought they were hanging out. I thought they were having a nice time. And I mean, like, his thing is like, oh yeah, they're playing croquet and I got bored and went to drink tea in the tea house. So that's their tea. And they were talking about the chess house and they saw the other people come in and out. Yeah, they saw Lord Alistair leave the chess house and return shortly afterwards. So they're just there, but the other guy just says, oh yeah, I can't, no speak English, but whatever the other guy was said we were doing, that's what we were doing. But it's like, did one of them track the other one? Like, I can say, because I'm still on the Ergin Petu stole the seal, right? Because like, there's 6 and 5, and there's one of him, and he has the letter that says, oh yeah, I know you hate them, but you could do something. So take the seal back, for example. So is that something? Because I already had him dragging the butler because I was like, oh, the butler was there cleaning up the sherry, so he somehow convinced him to drink the sherry. But like, how would he know? I guess he knew the sherry was potentially bad because he was watching through the window the other guy falling asleep. But then how would he know that was that and not have just him getting sleepy because whatever, he's old or something or drunk? So yeah, did he, like, they were in the tea house? Did he drag this guy? Okay, and stole a million seal from the salon? That's less incorrect things. No, it's time something incorrect. In the salon at around noon, James turned to kill Augustus Valentine and planted the button him to frame Leopold Blanchard. That sounds correct. But then so does this. Right, that's the library. That's correct. That's the library, that's the salon. The body's in the salon. But then he's saying Turner came to the chess house and they were playing chess, and then he sent the butler to go here. So did he have the butler do the murder? No. Okay, here he says what is this? Gideon says he saw Lord Alistair leave the chess house and return shortly afterwards. Alistair is this guy, the military guy. So did he go and do the murder? Yes. Okay, that one was very convoluted. Brotherhood members, Alistair and James. Oh yeah, because they're in the Brotherhood together, so they're going to be conspiring and then covering for each other. Plotted to turn the ruling moderate and loyalist parties against each other. Over the course of a weekend at James' manor, Alistair murdered the moderate leader and James framed the loyalist leader. Okay, so it all goes back to the article in the paper that says they are going to do coalition after the election, but the guy from the third party is from the Brotherhood and he's a Griffin Reborn, so they want him to rise. And so yes, while you are not being asked to keep track of the overall story by the things, it helps to know what's going on in the game so that you can draw additional conclusions from that information. It's interesting how the difficulty of the things just kind of weaves in and out, because yes, I've had multiple ones where I'm like, oh yeah, I can see what's happening here, like this stuff goes together with this stuff, I can deduce all of this. But then like this and the one with the dinner before, I've been having like more trouble with those ones to figure out what's specifically going on, like just from what am I seeing? Like it felt like I spent a lot more time trying to put the information together or find the right thread to do it. I mean, this game is supposed to be a hard deduction game from what I understand, so that's fine. Like, okay, you have proven that I can trust you. Here is the Brotherhood's artifact that I removed from the traitor Keen. Let me educate you how it works. I say to take heat from the scum of water, then I change the symbols and use the idol to give that heat to something else. There is much more that the idol can do. Okay, so Lazarus, who used Keen to get into the Brotherhood and then avoid getting challenged on his miracle performing and becoming the Griffin Reborn and all that, is now saying Keen is the traitor, and let's get him out of here, and now you're my associate, and I will tell you the secrets. So he's telling them how the idol works here. But yes, there is so much backstabbing happening in this whole story, and we have a 4th chapter, and I guess that might be the last one, called The New Order, because there isn't a next chapter button. But there's 2 DLCs, and then there's another game, and that one has DLCs as far as I can. So there's still a lot left. But yes, that is taking a while, so we will get back to this, because obviously now they're orchestrated a situation where the New Order party that the Brotherhood is behind is going to be in charge. So I assume that's what all of those machinations were about. They were like, murdering their political opponents and whatever. So yeah, we'll see how that all plays out next time. So yeah, let me know in the comments your thoughts so far. Like and subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, to let me and YouTube know that the video was good. And I'll see you soon on another adventure.